Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for you in everywhere. Thank you for clicking this video. This time I am completing the assignment for the English for Business course by my lecturer, whom I respect, Dr. Insinyur Umi Ruslawati MM. May you be in good health and your knowledge be blessed by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Amin. Ah, this English for Business assignment is to do a presentation on management with a free title. Therefore, I choose the title Supply and Demand, which is the basis of economic principle. Okay, next. Okay, before I get into the material, let me introduce myself. My name Rifat Ardansani, place and date of birth, Tangerang, December 21, 1998. Favorite quote, as tired of work is more tired of being unemployed, by Ernest Prakasa, a comedian, director, writer, via his Twitter in 2015. Okay. My educational background is Bachelor of Electrical Engineering, graduating in 2022. Insyaallah, a Master of Management degrees in progress. Work background my work background is more in the field of education, such as in tutoring classes, teachers and operator, teacher on operator schools, and currently as a laboratory at Pamulang University. Sometimes I take a side job as a tour guide or project leader for trips to mountain climbing and body type. My hobby is traveling, and interesting fact about me, my electrical engineering thesis took the time of investment feasibility analysis to calculate solar power plant project. This is one of the reason I major in management in my master. Okay, next. Okay, let's start from this slide, which says the law of supply and demand, a theory that explains the interaction between the seller of resource and the buyer for that resource. Okay. Disclaimer: all sources are in the video description on the below. Okay. To understand the relationship between supply and demand, we will discuss them one by one. The first thing we discuss is demand. Okay. If we talk about demand, we have to look at it from the consumer side. Wait. Nah, okay. Study in case about mobile phone or handphone. When a cell phone is sold for 1 million rupiah, then the demand for this phone will be very high because the price is cheap. Then many consumer will be able to buy it. On the other hand, when a cell phone is sold for 50 million rupiah, then the demand for the cell phone will be very small. And why? Because with a cell phone price that expensive, not everyone can afford or want to buy it. There are still many more important needs to be bought with that amount of money. Um, okay, this is an example of research published and reported by hybrid.co.id, namely minat beli smartphone di tengah melemahnya rupiah or interest in buying smartphone amid the weakening rupiah. The result are 67% of respondents said the price of mobile phone tends to be expensive, and 6 months later only 45% of people plan to buy a new mobile phone. The rest still use the rest still use the old device and do not plan to buy a new mobile phone. With my two previous explanation, this is the form of demand curve. Next, supply. Different from demand, which looks at it from the consumer perspective, from the supply side, we will look at it from the entrepreneur perspective. If we talk about entrepreneurs, that one thing that is the main goal is to maximize profit and minimize production costs. Okay, study in case by handphone, a study in case of handphone or mobile phone. Let's say a certain type of mobile phone product has a production for example, 1 million rupiah. When the mobile phone is sold the market for 1 million rupiah, what happens is that an entrepreneur will not get any profit. If a product does not have an attractive profit, then entrepreneur will try to produce as little as possible to save on production costs. In addition, not many entrepreneurs will be interested in moving in this field. The result is that supply of mobile phone will not be much. On the other hand, when the mobile phone is sold on the market for 50 million rupiah, the profit generated will be very large. When this happens, then the entrepreneur will try to maximize the production of his good in order to get as much profit as possible. Wait. Okay, the result is that supply of mobile phone on the market will be very large. With my two previous explanation, this is the supply curve. So, what is the correlation between supply and demand? From these two curves, if combined, a balance point will be found, or what is usually called equilibrium. Equilibrium is a condition where consumers agree with the prices in the market and entrepreneurs agree with the profit they earn. Then, how can equilibrium be implemented? We can conclude a little. We will use the example of a cell phone. A consumer, we definitely want to get the cheapest cell phone price possible. The problem is that entrepreneur will not consider goods if they lose or do not make a profit. On the other hand, if the price of cell phone brand is too high, consumer will switch to competitor. Therefore, there will be a meeting point where consumer will agree to certain cell phone price, where entrepreneur also agree to the profit they get. Okay, thank you. That's all my presentation this time. Hopefully, we are all in good health. Our debts are paid off. Uh, we are blessed with knowledge and family. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.